Cujo back here. So I'm going to take you for a quick overview of the plane. So like I said, this is considered a complex airplane, and that's because it has two things that most trainers don't. It has what they call a constant variable or constant speed prop, and basically the pitch, the actual amount that this the angle of this blade changes during flight to maintain the set engine RPM. It's kind of like changing gears in your car. So you get better climb performance with a flatter pitch, and you get better cruise speed with a more aggressive pitch, and that'll change in flight. And I'm going to do a video actually on the use of the constant speed prop. And then it has another feature, a retractable gear. So you can see the gear on this airplane will fold up. And what that does is it makes it more aerodynamic so that you can go faster than if the gears were hanging out. You can kind of see how the gear folds up into the wing. Most trainers, when you're just doing a private pilot, they do not have retractable gear or a constant speed prop. So this is a step up, I guess you could say. But most trainers also only fly about 100 to 120 knots. The engines on these most general aviation planes are horizontally opposed, and that means they're flat. You see, here's a piston here, and here's a piston head here. There's four. This is a 4-cylinder, 200 horsepower, fuel-injected motor, and there's only 4 cylinders, so that's a little different. You might think something like a plane would have a bigger motor, but the cylinders are large. To give you an idea, the cylinders are large enough for this is a 360 cubic inch motor with 4 cylinders. To give you an idea, my Trans Am is 346 cubic inches and a V8. So this is actually bigger in displacement, although it has half the cylinders. And the reason why they're horizontally opposed is really because you can see it's a much slimmer profile. A big block engine here would be less aerodynamic. So I believe that the reason why they're horizontally opposed is primarily for the aerodynamics of it. It's a very simple engine compared to modern day engines. This is 50s technology. Let's go inside the cockpit. So you can see, you can probably start to tell this isn't very large inside. The cabin is about 42 inches wide. That's not very big, especially if you have broad shoulders like me. There's 4 seats. They slide forward so the legroom can get a little better. There's a little bit of cargo area back there, and obviously the panel. I'm going to do another video where we kind of talk about what all the different instruments are, because that's another question I get when people see the cockpit is what are all these for? You know, in my car I maybe have 3 gauges. So we'll go through them. It actually makes quite a bit of sense when you go through it. Dual yokes. This is how you turn, at least roll anyway. You see the pedals, that's for the rudders and the brakes. Here's all the money I talked about: audio panel, touchscreen GPS, and a new transponder with ADS-B in and out. So that was the new panel. This plane does have an autopilot and electric trim, which are some nice features that a lot of planes don't have. I think that's good for now. If you guys have any questions, please post them, and like I said, my goal is to answer questions people have about flying, and I'm planning to, I already have some in mind. Like I said, the use of a constant speed prop was something I was looking for before I got my endorsement, and I couldn't find anything on, so I was going to do a video on that, do something on the avionics, some other flying videos, flying into small untowered airports, things like that. But if you have any ideas, questions you've always wondered about, put them down and I'll do a video about it. Thanks.